I'm going to do an insight video again today, and over the last few days, there seems to be sort of like a lot of discussion, sort of like I feel like a lot of the guidance is around like spiritual truth, spiritual awareness, and spiritual transformation and transmutation. This is again sort of looking at sort of different states of being, different consciousness, awakening, illumination, how we use our wisdom, how we use our our energy, and how we express this through our lives, but how we integrate it as well. I'll talk about a lot around anchoring and integration over the last few days, and the few readings. Spiritual truth is the understanding and awakening that each and every one of us are this spiritual light, this spiritual being, and each and every one of us holds this vibration, this frequency, and this vibration, this frequency is not limited to this human form. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond this physical form. It goes into the spirit world and the spiritual dimensions and the dimensions of light, and it connects directly to the infinite beings of light and beings of wisdom, like the masters, the angels, our guides, source energy and source creation, and it connects, and it sort of like it sort of like gives us the understanding, gives us the insight and the awareness that we, as spiritual beings of light and energy, we are creators as well. We are co-creators within this reality, on this plane of existence. And this is the spiritual truth. The spiritual truth is that we are not limited, we're not disconnected, we're not separate, we are one. We are one vibration, we are one frequency, we are one. We are one. Yeah, we connect to the law of one, and we connect to this law of one vibration, that the source energy and source light that created us within these infinite realms of source energy and source light. We are still connected to. Our consciousness is a living, breathing thing that vibrates, and it and it creates. And each and every one of us have the ability to do this. And the spiritual truth is the understanding and awakening to that we're not limited. We're not limited by our thoughts and our feelings. And actually, with our vibration and our vibration of source creation and source light, we have an understanding that we can shift and change reality. We can create it. We're not sort of the external world, the 3D reality, the material world, the objective world, the physical world, is like a fluid place that can be you can manifest and create. And all of this starts and begins with the universal law of correspondence, where you start to access your inner light, your inner source light and source vibration, and you start to realize that your consciousness is this. It can be like a building block, that you can use your consciousness in a way that you can shift and change your thoughts, your feelings, and each and every one of them are a vibration. They're like a building block, and how, depending on your awareness and how you apply your wisdom to this life, creates a reality that is more spiritual, that is more sort of connected, that opens you up as a spiritual channel to your own divine essence and source energy, and it also connects you to your soul wisdom and your soul qualities that each and every one of us are bringing down to this planet in this time, which is very much needed. Again, I talk about different cultures. I talk about Lemuria, and I talk about Atlantis, and I talk about my past sort of like groups that I created. I created one quite a while back called Atlantis Reclaimed, and that was a new sort of vibration. That was a new frequency coming in to start shift and change our spiritual sort of awareness and understanding. And it was about anchoring, but it was about awakening again to the potential of each and every one of us as spiritual beings. And this time is very much around that. This time is very much around that now. That each and every one of us are awakening to our spiritual qualities and our soul wisdom that we bring to this time and this place to start to shift and change reality, but consciously do it. And how we start to do it as a collective. And this is what the masters and the angels and the enlightened beings bring us. They bring us this wisdom. They bring us this wisdom to awaken and to remember that each and every one of us are here for that reason. That this is all of our spiritual truths. That each and every one of us are here for that reason. None of us are incarnated, and none of us are born without this purpose. Each and every one of us are sort of connected to this purpose, and this is each and every one of our purposes. And this is why the masters work with us, because they know that each and every one of us are going through the same process that they went through when they were on the plane, this plane of existence, on the earth plane. And again, this is why they work with us now tirelessly to bring this wisdom and this understanding, so we can once again align and open up our channels, our spiritual channels, so we can become whole again. We can become part of this whole vibration, this whole frequency, this law of one. That we know that we are channels like they are channels, and we are beings creating and shifting consciousness and reality to create and manifest a new way of being. And this is the transmutation. The transmutation is going from one state of being, and transmutation connects directly to consciousness and understanding and spiritual principles. And this is why the universal laws are so important, because they link directly to this. And again, transmutation, transformation. Transformation is knowing that you have the conscious ability to shift and change your reality, and you can do that at will. And again, this connects to Almora, the divine intelligence, the divine design, the divine will. But it also connects it to Saint Germain again, which is transmutation and transformation. And this is why the violet flame was given to us as spiritual beings. And I'm not going to say human beings, because although human is the aspect of what we've incarnated in, we are at our essence spiritual beings with spiritual light and energy, and that's the awakening process, that's the ascension process. It's coming back to oneness, it's coming back to the understanding that each and every one of us are these spiritual beings, and we hold that frequency of source energy and source light. And this is what the masters wanted us to awaken to, so we become part again of this infinite universal community, which is what was happening again in the time of Atlantis and Lemuria. They were aware of this, that they could through their consciousness and through their spiritual light, they could still sort of like travel and be connected to the infinite realms and dimensions of light that were working around us. There's an infinite system, like an infinite system of universal system of many different dimensions and realities that work with us, and they're all trying to work in harmony, in one vibration with us, to shift and change our planet so it becomes back to the whole again. And this is the point of shifting the vibration on Mother Earth as well. Mother Earth is being shifted again, and these higher frequencies are coming, so we can once again align and become part of the whole again. And this is the universal law of oneness, and this is why it's so important. And this is why things like the universal law of inspired action is important, because each and every one of us hold those keys for wisdom and understanding. And the inspired action is our soul, our infinite wisdom, our infinite source energy, and our channel opening up and giving us insight and understanding of how to apply this and integrate it within our physical lives, but also how we can integrate them within our energy systems and our energy fields, so we can start to bring and harness but anchor the light that's needed to shift and change the collective consciousness on the planet. And this is what the masters work in a collective consciousness, and we work and shift in a collective consciousness. We're part of a collective consciousness, and we need to awaken to that as spiritual beings. And once we remember that, then we can start to then work in a different way, and we can also we can manifest and create. And this is where the I am presence comes in again. It allows us to create and manifest in a spiritual way. And again, it's expressing spiritual light, illumination, and it's expressing spiritual truth. Illumination is bringing the wisdom and the light, the energy back to the planet, and it's also a sort of awakening and bringing that and sort of again accessing our soul wisdom, our soul understanding, to bring it back to the planet. Because each and every one of us with our soul wisdom brings a key that unlocks a vibrational frequency that's needed for the planet. And that's why we've all come down. We're all part of that same sort of design, that infinite divine design that each and every one of us are here for. And this is what's going on with the shifting and changing, and this is why it's so important with things like Lord Lanto and illuminating and expressing your light, expressing your truth. It's important with Serapis Bey coming back to oneness, Almora, understanding your consciousness and your will, and how this can be used And again, like this is like the universal law of a frequency and vibration. Like I said, transmutation, transformation, universal law of correspondence, inspired action. All of these play out and they work in perfect union. And again, this is coming back to oneness, and this is what this time's about: is coming back to oneness. It's awakening. The ascension process is all about that. And this is why the masters are working with us. This is why the angels are working with us, and this is why the infinite beings are working with us, to open up the planet as a channel of light, so it can start to reconnect with the universal community and the infinite dimensions of light, but also that we start to connect again in that way, and we start to consciously use our light and our energy in a way that we can start to again sort of walk as spiritual beings in this reality, but start to create and manifest a spiritual vibration and frequency of spiritual truth. And this is why each and every one of us are here today. And that's the insight video for today. Please check out my Facebook page, Spiritual Awareness and Insight. Like, comment, subscribe. Please, any kind of comments, put it on Spiritual Awareness and Insight, or you can put it on the YouTube channel. I'll answer either way. Have a great day, and keep expressing your light, keep expressing your spiritual truth.